Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. That's right, folks. Atoms, the very building blocks of our existence, are the biggest fibbers in the universe. Now, if that isn't a kick in the particles, I don't know what is. Speaking of things that make up everything, let's talk about soap operas. They're the atoms of daytime television, aren't they? They have all the elements: drama, love, betrayal, the occasional evil twin, and they just keep going and going, like the Energizer Bunny on a soap opera binge. Now, picture this: a soap opera set in a parallel universe where everyone speaks in puns. Can you imagine the drama? "I can't be with you, John. You're just too punny." And John, heartbroken, replies, "But I thought you loved me for my wit." It's a real tearjerker, isn't it? Then there's the classic scenario of everyone getting amnesia at the same time. Who are you? I could ask you the same thing. It's a never-ending cycle of forgetfulness. I mean, I forget where I put my keys sometimes, but this is next level. Now let's shift gears a bit. Ever notice how in every disaster movie there's always that one scientist who's been warning everyone about the impending doom for years, but no one ever listens? It's like, hey, remember that guy we all laughed at for saying an asteroid was going to hit Earth? Yeah, turns out he was right. Whoops. Here's a thought. If aliens ever watched our disaster movies, they'd probably think we have a real penchant for self-destruction. These humans seem to enjoy blowing themselves up. Should we be worried? And speaking of aliens, what's with all the probing? I mean, you've traveled billions of miles across the universe, and the first thing you want to do is medical research? Priorities, guys. Maybe take in a sunset or try some pizza. Now, we're nearing the end of our comedic journey, and I want to leave you with this. In the grand soap opera of life, we're all a little bit like John, aren't we? We're all a little too punny, a little too dramatic, and we all forget where we put our keys. And remember, just like those atoms we talked about at the start, we're all making it up as we go along. Because that's life, folks. A never-ending, pun-filled, amnesia-riddled soap opera. And if you ever feel like you're in a disaster movie, just remember, at least you're not the scientist, because no one ever listens to the scientist. So until next time, keep laughing, keep living, and keep looking for those keys.